By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? Feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news once.
There's a time and a place for everything. You know exactly who I am, and I've also introduced myself to your father. Besides, you're the one who said you wanted to come with me.
I was just kidding, jeez. You're an FBI special agent. Why would I ever need to worry?
You shouldn't automatically trust someone just because they're an FBI special agent. One's profession and one's personality are completely separate things. For example, one special agent may fall spiritually in love with a genius criminal who enjoys the taste of human flesh.
That's Hannibal. You pulled that straight out of a movie.
Just because it's a film doesn't mean it isn't deeply rooted in reality. You can't judge people solely based on where they work or how they look. You need to think hard and decide things for yourself.
Fine.
So allow me to ask you this. How do you feel about me?
I don't know. I only just met you.
Exactly. Now it sounds like you're thinking. You should never feel the need to force an answer out or pretend like you know something you don't. Zach, she's a good kid, isn't she? Honest and straightforward.
Oh, wait, there's one thing I can say.
Oh. What?
When you talk to yourself like that, it really creeps me out. Did you start doing that after you became an adult? Or have you just always done it? Either way, you should stop doing it. It's really weird and, makes me wince whenever I hear it.
Ooh, Zach, did you hear that? No need to worry. Neither of us are weird, I can assure you of that. She's probably just having trouble finding the right word to describe us. No, I think I'll stop there. Wouldn't want her to think we're getting desperate.
Like I said, it's really creeping me out.
Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up. This is a deep sound. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach? Yes, I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here, to peace. Isn't that right, Zach? King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room. Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess, all busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that. Yes. Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb, what are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
Why? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, Lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed, I pity her from the bottom of my heart.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You'd best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our help.
Zach, did you hear that? Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
How pitiful. Are you lost, little lamb?
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess, all busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary. Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later. One lollipop?
Very good, sir. Please, come right this way. Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir. Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
Mr. Alligator, not sure how much help you'll be in this situation, but I guess you're better than nothing. What the? Zach, I don't even need to say it, do I? This is right out of that movie. Videodrome, 1982, directed by David Cronenberg. At the time, it was seen as a hard movie to digest for normal moviegoers, but now it's become a cult classic. I always just saw it as another weird Canadian movie, but this changes everything. My arm and my gun have become one. Now I can really understand what Max was going through. Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city. Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
Mihala mahak mo kachi. Oh. Verily, much shall serve thee well here. I can see it. Thy return is imminent, if thou hath discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Very good, sir. Please, come right this way. Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir. Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
Sorry for the wait, Patty.
Whatever.
Is Mrs. Carpenter here?
No, she hasn't come in today.
Everything's going according to plan. It's time to knock down the 10 maidens, Zach.
Oh, my Lord, y'all are back? Listen up, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What's wrong?
Mrs. Carpenter hasn't come in. For the first time in 10 years, what could it be? I just hoping nothing bad happened to her.
She's fine. You have my guarantee.
Oh, my Lord. I reckon if an FBI agent like you is convinced, then I should be too.
What did I tell you, Patty? Value is a relative thing. We needed to find that figurine, no matter the cost.
You really wanted to bowl that bad? They don't have bowling alleys in the city no more?
Wrong, Patty. I have absolutely no interest in bowling. Tossing a heavy ball at lined-up pins? Where's the fun in that? You can't even call this a sport. It's a game for cavemen. Nonsense. Utter nonsense.
Then can I throw the ball instead?
Absolutely not, Patty. This is part of the investigation. I need to do this myself, no matter how stupid it may be.
You're the one who's stupid. Sure looks like you're having fun to me.
Oh, looks like I finally earned myself a rival.
That was just a stroke of luck, Mrs. Carpenter. Despite how I may seem, I've never been any good at any of the ball-based sports that exist here on our planet.
Oh, no, you can't fool me. I can tell the FBI's giving you very special training. If I gave you a few lessons on top of that, I'm sure you'd be able to go semi-pro.
Semi-pro?
That's right. That's what I said.
Not pro, but semi-pro.
Yes, semi-pro. You'd never be able to go pro. You don't have what it takes. You could become a semi-pro if you tried really hard, though. Well, I guarantee it. Come back and see me when you feel like giving it a try. I'm sure my husband would forgive me if I let someone like you borrow my lane. Well, we gotta give youngsters a chance to grow. That's what we always say.
I could actually go semi-pro?
I'd take her words with a grain of salt if I were you.
Patricia, I can understand why you'd be envious of my talents. But you don't need to worry. You have your own unique talents, just like any other person. You shouldn't have to feel inferior every time you look at me.
You're unbelievable. You sure you don't need to get your head checked out?
It's so strange, Zach. I feel like I'm discovering a new side to myself.
By the way, Mr. Special Agent, you said you're investigating the Lise Clarkson incident, yes? In that case, there's something you should know. That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
Red powder.
Oh, no wonder the FBI picked you. You already figured out that much. Well, the reason Lise turned into such a little hoodlum is because of her mother, Galena.
Galena?
Mm-hmm. A mother only in name. Oh, as far as I'm concerned, she's still nothing more than a child herself. Oh, dressing up in fancy clothes, always out on the town somewhere. Children giving birth to children. If these aren't the end times, well, I don't know what is. Oh, and they were always cooped up in that jazz bar. Galena wouldn't know proper parenting if it hit her in the tush.
Zach, the jazz bar. We first heard about it from Patricia. It must be deeply connected with this case. And the red powder, it must be Saint Rouge. Following the Oracle and felling the 10 maidens sure paid off, didn't it?
So, Mr. Special Agent, are you all finished here?
Yes, Mrs. Carpenter. Thanks to you, I've gotten a new lead.
Oh. Then how about you mosey on and let me get back to my bowling? I need to bowl my first game of the day or else I'm gonna get rusty. Well, what are you waiting for? Get a move on! Shoo! Shoo! Hi there, handsome. How's your day coming along?
When the sun awakens, catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the false altar. And the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you.
Zach, it's another oracle. It appears that we're being guided by a mysterious power. This oracle is a simple one. The false altar. You already know what this is, right? The place where Lise Clarkson's body was first discovered. She was found under a bridge at some sort of altar as if she was being worshipped. That's what Chef David said, right? When the sun awakens refers to dawn, of course. And the tip of the baby bear's tail is the North Star. At dawn, look straight to the north from where Lisa's body was found. On the surface, this oracle may seem tricky and convoluted, but it's still mere child's play. Pathetic. Zach, let's follow the oracle and head to where Lisa's body was found. I don't know what otherworld refers to, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there.
Oracle?
That's right, Patty. This case is a rather complicated one. So Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman in order to crack it.
This is Lucari Tiger. Do you read me? Over. Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Do you copy?
It's Daddy. Hurry up and answer.
This is DC Eagle. I read you loud and clear. Over.
Oh, good. Mr. York. I'm sure glad you picked up.
There's no point in using code names if he's just going to say my real name.
Mr. York, can you hear me? Hey, Mr. York. Oh, right. Over.
DC Eagle to Lucare Tiger. Is something wrong? Over.
Mr. York, I got something I need to tell you ASAP. Just sit tight and listen, okay? Over.
Roger, Wilco. Go right ahead. Over.
I just happened to overhear some of the Clarksons talking on another channel. Apparently, Lisa's mother's been missing since early this morning. I reckon it might be related to the case, so I wanted to let you in on it right away. Oh, over.
Lisa's mother. You're referring to Galena, the social butterfly? Over.
Another special agent slam dunk. So, you already did a little research on her, huh? That's right. The one who's gone missing is the younger of the Clarkson sisters, and our town's queen of the night. No one can slip one past me, because I'm the ultimate FBI agent, Francis York Morgan. My proverbial hat goes off to your investigative skills, sir. Anywho, Galena used to be an actress, and she's also real pretty in the face. Draws attention wherever she goes. If you happen to spot her while you're investigating, would you let me know? Oh yeah, over. Wait. Hey, Mr. York, what do you say we cut this out, huh? Over this, over that. It all seems kind of overblown, don't you think? Besides, I reckon we're the only ones listening to this. No need to be so stiff, right?
Yes, Melvin, I agree. There's no need for us to cling to formalities.
Glad to hear it. I ain't never been too good with formalities, you feel me? Well, Mr. York, if I hear any more news, I'll be sure to let you know. Good luck out there.
Daddy's such a goofball.
Patty, do you think Galena is really as beautiful as people say?
I don't know, I guess. Men just seem to like women like her for some reason.
Who's more beautiful, Galena or your mother?
What?
Candy Woods, your mother. Melvin said she was the prettiest girl in town.
How should I know? That's a stupid question.
Why is it stupid?
My mama's sick.
Zach, that was a bad move. We stepped right into a private matter without any shoes on. But these things are bound to happen. After all, I'm a special agent of the FBI. And there isn't an organization out there that's more well-versed in the art of infringing on people's privacy. This is how I wake myself up. So, what do you think of him? Yes, talking about him. Boondock, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name? Ah, yes. Zach, how about we grab Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later. This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach? This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Right?
And who might you be?
I'm Raven, but around here they call me the Speed Witch. You're here investigating the lease case, yeah? And instead of a car, you're using a skateboard? For real? You've already become the talk of the town, you know? Anyway, I was just wondering if you needed any help. What's your name?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Okay, Yorkie it is! I'm actually testing out a new kind of business right now. And I was hoping you'd be down to try it out, Yorkie.
What kind of business are we talking about here?
I drive my customers to wherever they want to go, and once we get there, they pay me. Now that I think about it, I reckon it ain't much different from a taxi.
Seems a bit strange to call it a new type of business then.
Only 'cause you haven't heard the details yet. Here, let me explain. I got a feeling that in the future, cell phones are gonna get more advanced. And people are gonna be able to just order taxis from their phones whenever they need to get somewhere. So I'm thinking, hey, why don't I just start a company that instantly sends out drivers to take folks from point A to point B?
How?
I want to make it so that anyone out there can just register on my site as a driver. I'm talking normal people, not pros. Then once we get a request, we'll just send out the driver who's closest to the customer. It'll be a hell of a lot more convenient than public transportation and faster than any normal taxi company. I'm positive it'll be a big hit. And I'm gonna call it Wyvern. The logo will be a Y and a V. Cool, yeah?
Is that legal?
Beats me. But if I hire them all as independent contractors, I reckon it'll work out. See, that means each driver and customer will be bound by their own private agreements. My company will just provide them with a platform to hook up. Squeaky clean, right? Now, here comes the fun part. I want to help you get around while you're in our town, Yorkie. For a fee, of course. Keep an eye out for my balloons. Whenever you see one in town, give me a whistle and I'll be there.
Why not invite me to use your site then? Why are you out here driving around?
I'm still experimenting with this business model. My site isn't open yet, and I'm still trying to figure out what sort of fees will work best. So I decided to go find myself a customer to get a feel for how things will really go. Well, wanna ride?
Zach, that was quite the spiel, wasn't it? This seems like little more than a scheme to make some pocket change from carpooling. What's new about that? Although it will be a bit hard for us to keep investigating here for days with nothing but a skateboard. What do you think? Should we accept her offer?
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, get in, get in.
Mr. Morgan, sir, how may I... Jolly good, sir. Do give me a tinkle. Mr. Morgan, sir. Jolly good, sir. Do give me... Very good, sir. Please. Serving you is my great... Please do let me know if there is any other...
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach? Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowed... This is how it has to be. Why did the perpetrator decide to enshrine Lisa's body here? Remember this, Zach? Stone skipping. We did it all the time when we were kids. For some reason, I could never beat you. But I feel like I've got what it takes to win now. What do you say? Shall we take a trip down memory lane? Not bad, Zach. That was just as fun as when we were kids. Hey, what's that? No wonder the word Mississippi means father of waters. It has the power to carry boats down the tiniest of tributaries. It's one of the prime symbols of America's majesty and the vitality of the human race. Now about that boat. What sort of cargo would give it such a deep draft? What else do you see, Zach? I saw it clearly, if only for a second. The dragonfly crest. This town never wants to stop reminding us about the Clarksons. Hey, Zach. Do you remember the oracle? When the sun awakens, catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the false altar, and the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you. In other words, we need to go to where Lise was found and look north at dawn. I wonder what we'll see. It's a skull, Zack. As clear as day. That's the spot. The barrier between our world and the other world. One might call it a singularity. Now, what do you say we go inspect that cabin?
Why did you leave me behind? You're not supposed to investigate without me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patty. You just missed a special moment.
What moment? The sugarcane plantation? So what?
You can't see it?
All I see is the Clarkson's plantation and that gross silo.
There you have it, Zack. Patty, Zack and I will take it from here. In the meantime, you need to head home and wait for us.
Wait at home? Alone?
Yes, but only for a while. Once I make some progress, I'll contact you again.
Hey, hold on!
Also, would you mind telling Melvin that I'm heading to the sugarcane plantation? I'm sure we'll need his help later.
Whoa, Agent York! Wait! You're really gonna leave a little girl like me here all alone? Act like an adult for once in your life. I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world. You promised! Protect me!
You'll be fine. You made it this far alone, didn't you?
Oh, if it isn't Agent Morgan. How may I help you?
Are you angry with me, Patty?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, good. In that case, please return home at once. Zack, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Look, Zack. We're about to encounter a new character.
Oh, damn it. I know I saw her go inside. But it's empty. The hell's going on here?
You won't be able to find the other world.
What the... Who in the hell are you? What are you doing on our plantation?
I'd like to ask you the same.
Well, Hey, shut up! This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I see. Well, if you don't want to tell me, then I have no choice but to guess. You just said this is our plantation. I assume that means you're a member of the Clarkson family, and you're here looking for someone. If there's a search being conducted on Clarkson property, it must be a search for Galena Clarkson, who's gone missing. Judging from the way you speak, your age, and most of all the color of your eyes, you must be Danny Clarkson, the father of the victim, Galena's husband, and the manager of the cold storage warehouse. Nice to meet you. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I'm here investigating the Lise Clarkson case. Oh, and just call me York. That's what everyone's always called me.
You think I give a shit? You better watch your mouth or I'm liable to whoop your goddamn ass!
Your daughter was taken from you, and now your wife has gone missing. No words can describe what you're going through. I imagine you're doing everything you can, searching every last nook and cranny all over town. But, Danny, listen to me. It won't get you anywhere. No matter how hard you search, you'll never find them.
The fuck is with you? You want to throw down with a Clarkson?
Absolutely not. I simply wish to solve this case.
Then hurry up and investigate, goddammit!
I am. That's why I'm here. The Oracle told me there's something in this spot.
Oracle?
That's right. Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman. If you wish to find the person who killed your daughter, you should cooperate. I imagine that not even the Clarksons want to start a feud with a federal power.
I've had enough of your bullshit. Why's everyone and their mother been pissing in my ear today, huh? Shit!
Does this mean you're ready to cooperate? May I enter the building?
Do whatever you want. If you think you can mess with the Clarksons, you got another thing coming.
Zach, it appears that the Clarksons have no idea where Galena is either. And judging from Danny's demeanor, the family must be in the midst of their own complications. This case may require more work than we think. Zach, Danny married into this family, didn't he? Yet he's acting like he's a full-blooded Clarkson. I'm surprised, really. That was the most unexpected aspect of our encounter. After all, he's only the son-in-law. What do you think, Zach? This is it, Zach. A deadly premonition. You know, for some reason I'm getting butterflies. How about you? It's time we went and saw this other world for ourselves. Zach, the countryside is always so entertaining. It has far more stimuli to offer than the big city. Those movies from the 80s were all predicting the future. Life's simpler than what philosophers make it out to be. In the end, truth and reality are never one and the same. Zach, I sense something here. Lise was murdered here. Let's take a closer look and find out exactly what went on. Zach, the murder weapon was an axe. Lise must have been dismembered while she was still alive. And the woman holding the axe, flashy clothes, beautiful face, and that dragonfly ring, this must be Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson. Look, Zach, she's crying. It's the polar opposite of Lisa's euphoric expression. Galena is brandishing an axe while tears stream down her face. What was going on in her head?
More. I want more.
Okay, sweetie. We're gonna play a fun game now.
I love games. I want to play.
Yes, I'll give you exactly what you want. Something real special. You'll be able to fly much higher now.
I'm happy. So happy.
Yeah, I'm your mama. I know exactly what you want.
Zach, Lisa's limbs were severed while she was still alive. But she's smiling. She must not have been able to feel any pain. Sang Rouge isn't that powerful of a drug. At least it shouldn't be. And look, Zach. Another dragonfly. The tattoo is just to the side of her navel. She always carried the mark of a Clarkson with her, wherever she went.
Wow, it's amazing. I can feel it. I'm getting prettier.
Yeah, you are. See, I made this just for you.
My body's getting hot. So hot. I'm burning up.
Oh, let the sensations take over, Lise. Soon you won't feel any pain. You won't feel anything at all.
Red powder. This must be Sang Rouge. But for some reason, it looks more vibrant than all the specimens we've gathered so far.
Okay, let's get started. This is gonna be so fun. Remember how you used to play with dolls when you were a baby, honey?
Yay! I love dolls. Dolly, dolly, dolly. Yes. Oh, yes. You're amazing.
Zach, there's a tall woman here. Very stylish. She'd stick out like a sore thumb in this town. Is she watching the murder? No. She's clearly more than an innocent spectator. She must be deeply entwined with this case somehow.
Lise, you're so beautiful.
Really? Yay! I'm a little dolly. I'm a little dolly.
That's it, Lise. It'll all start from you. Now you'll never die. You'll be eternal. Just wait for me, Lise. I'll be with you soon. I'll always be with you.
Dolly, Dolly, Dolly.
Lise Clarkson was murdered here. After she died, she was carried to the spot underneath that bridge. Why did the killer feel the need to move her? Bodies are usually only moved to cover up evidence. But this is different. Lisa's body was enshrined. She was being shown off to someone. The ritual, the altar, a mother killing her child, a monstrous giant, and a mysterious, stylish woman. There's a real demon out there, and it's got its sights set on the Clarksons. But Zach, this is exactly the kind of case we FBI agents are here to solve. Isn't that right?
Let me cut you.
Did it. I really did it. I finally completed the first ritual. Now the plan will begin. The Red One's plan will begin.
Zach, this case is going to be a labyrinth. I certainly didn't expect to run into a monster like this. Honestly, I'm not one for violence, but I'm not just going to stand here and die. What do you think? Should we read off her rights?
Now, it's the Red One's turn. The Red One. Soon. And in the end, we'll be together. Together. And the red. Oh, see, it's red. Oh, yeah. I killed Lise. I did just as I was told. I killed her. So pure, adorable, and beautiful. I killed my own baby. Lise, you son of a bitch! What did you do to my daughter? You're really pissing me off. I'm invincible now. Holy red seeds protect me. So then why? What are you? No, it can't be. You came here to stop our plan. You can't stop us now. We already made our sacrifice. You don't know how much we sacrificed. How many tears of blood we cried. Oh, for the Red One's plan. We've come so far. The Red One gave me the honor of lighting the flame. I'm not gonna let you stop me here!
Galena, is this your true form? Gosh, Hollywood would have been all over you. Although you probably would have been typecast as a gross monster. The kind that heroes always kill.
We're going to make a new world! And no one's going to stop us! The tendons! The flesh! Mutilate your... Why? Why? Would I... Feel my pain! Flesh! No! This can't be happening! Ow! Feel my pain! Flesh! This is impossible! Red 3! Lise, our new world. My Lise, my sweet little dolly.
Galena Clarkson? You are now under arrest on suspicion of the murder of Lise Clarkson and the illegal disposal of her corpse. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. That's enough, Zach. She can't hear us anymore. Zach, pardon my language, but this case can go fuck itself.
I owe you one, Mr. York. I'm awful sorry you had to get all caught up in our town's dirty laundry. I didn't expect you to catch the criminal this soon, though. You never fail to impress me. Come on, CLG. Let's head back to the office. Mr. York and I both got a lot of cleanup work to take care of. Now I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna tell the Clarksons. That's my biggest problem.
Melvin, this investigation has only just begun.
What? But we got the killer.
This case is much more complicated than it seems.
You mean you're gonna keep searching the town?
Of course. At the moment, I'm after a tall, stylish woman. Does that ring any bells?
Stylish? You lost me. What's that got to do with anything?
Zach and I saw her with our own eyes. We need to find her, I'm positive.
You're probably talking about Professor R.
Professor R? From the jazz bar?
Yeah. I mean, she's the only person in town you could call stylish. She's tall, too.
But...
What is it, Melvin?
Well...
Well, out with it. Don't let your 10-year-old daughter upstage you here, Sheriff.
You're looking for a stylish woman, right?
Yes, we've established that.
Then I think you're barking up the wrong tree with Professor R. She isn't exactly a normal woman, if you catch my drift.
I hear you loud and clear. Melvin, you're careless in every sense of the word, but I believe you operate on the side of good in most cases. With that in mind, I'm disappointed to see that you carry some prejudice with you. Is she the type to forbid customers from entering her jazz bar due to the color of their skin?
No, she ain't like that.
Well then, case closed. Melvin, I think we should call it a day. I'm going to head back to my hotel and get some sleep. I also need to prepare a report to send back to the Bureau. Patty, thank you very much for assisting me in my investigation. I'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
I just helped an FBI agent.
Oh, and Melvin, one more thing. You needn't worry about what to tell the Clarksons. I'm sure they already know that Galena's been arrested. After all, this is Lucare.
Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be? Well, if you ever need anything, you know who to call. When you need me, I'm always here. I'm the sentinel who guards this town. Most people call me the sheriff.
Zach, let's go over our progress. We've got a complicated case on our hands this time, especially as far as the Clarksons' relationships go. But in a way, it's also a simple one. Understanding them on a deeper level is the most efficient way to uncover the truth behind all this. That's the one thing I'm sure of. Zach, let's start with the people who were closest to the victim. Lise Clarkson, the victim, is the granddaughter of the current head of the Clarkson family. Her mother is Galena, an ex-actress, and Lise clearly inherited her beauty. Except for her eyes, that is. Lisa's eye color matches that of her father's. Now, do you remember who Lise Clarkson's father is? That's right. Lisa's father is Danny Clarkson. His real name is Daniel E. Clarkson. He's from Florida and used to be the CEO of a talent agency. Danny struck the heart of Galena and successfully became a member of the esteemed Clarkson family. Despite being the son-in-law, he acts like he was born a Clarkson. But he's still just the son-in-law. Next comes what happened to Lise. According to Alexis, Lise said that the man was as tall as an oak tree. I believe that's the same 10-foot tall giant who made the fingerprints we found in the cold storage warehouse. Now, what did this man do to Lise prior to her murder? Yes, that's it, Zach. The man as tall as an oak tree followed Lise around and watched her. Despite his towering stature, he must have been rather shy. Or perhaps he was merely biding his time and planned to kidnap her from the very start. If that's the case, there should have been some evidence left at the scene of the crime. Zach, we're still missing some puzzle pieces. Speaking of the scene of the crime, I did some profiling in the plantation's control room. The truth it revealed to us was nauseating and horrific. But we need to touch upon it if we wish to proceed. Isn't that right, Zach? Who actually murdered Lise Clarkson? Yes, that's right. Lisa's own mother killed her, while she was dreaming about some bizarre new world. This is by far the vilest and ugliest crime we've ever seen. The fact that Galena set up her daughter's body at an altar makes this case even more complicated. Remember, not a single sacrificial human murder has ever been proven and documented in all of American history. The real world is far more complex than what we see in films and video games, and sacrificing a human life for something else is no easy task. In conclusion, Zach, through our investigation, we found one character who sticks out more than anyone else. You know exactly who I'm thinking about, don't you? We'll need to have a word with her in the near future. Who's the stylish woman we saw during the profiling? Professor R. We haven't met her yet, but she's deeply intertwined with this case. Let's wait for the skeletal gentleman to guide us to her with an oracle. Well, Zach, what do you think? Isn't the Deep South something? The people here are just as warm as the weather, and the food is to die for. Might be nice to move down here after I retire. What, still too early to talk about that? You may be right. After all, this case has only just begun.
Lena can't be the killer. They're making all this shit up.
If what you say is true, Daniel, how do you plan to prove it? It's nearly been a century since the Clarksons first took control of Lucari. 100 years. I always thought my legacy would live on for 300 at least.
I'm gonna find the real killer and beat the living dog shit out of him.
Yet it looks to me like times have changed. We ain't in the good old days no more. You understand me, boy?
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you, Paul. I'm gonna continue what you started, sir, and make the Clarkson family strong again. But first, I need to find whoever really killed Lise and bash their fucking brains in.
I saw this coming. Ever since the day Lenny left home, the town of Lucari has been cursed. We can't stop what's happening now. It's too late. It's beyond me. No. It's beyond the minds of anyone who comes from the olden days. You understand me now, boy?
Yes, sir. Believe me, I do. I'll kill him. Just leave everything to me, Paul.
Are you serious about this?
Yes, sir. Right hand of God. Look right in my eyes. I ain't lying. I'm serious. I just need you to lend me some troops, sir. We need retribution right now. That's the job I've been given, and I intend to do it.
Well then, let me ask you one more time. Are you serious about this?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm a Clarkson, and all Clarksons have a job to do. Isn't that what we always say?
Mm-hmm. Then I'll need an arm.
Yeah. What?
Well now, you want to use my troops, I'm gonna need to know whether or not you're really serious about this. Just one arm. Slide it on through that wire there, and it'll take care of it for you.
Paul, I mean, you're joking, right?
Daniel, have I ever told you a single joke?
No, but...
If you want to become a real Clarkson, then you done got yourself a job to do.
Wait, Paul, I get it now. You want me to stick it in and then pull it out at the last minute, right? You want to see if I got guts or not, but there's gonna be another way. You can't be serious, sir. Hey, knock it off, you assholes! Let me go! He's just joking with me. Let me go, goddammit! Oh, please, sir, don't do this! Just tell me this is a joke, please!
I am a Clarkson. And no matter how our fortune falls, all Clarksons have a job to do. That be the law of this land.
You